Okay, everybody saw that, so now you're going to be really good. And Risha is our host tonight, the hostess with the mostess, and she's running all over the country during all of these seminars and talks and Super Saturdays. And she's been 25 years in the industry. Ooh, I like that. Risha, what did you do? You turned all black like a ghost. Okay, she's been 25 years in the industry and a former business trainer. She's climbed 13 ranks in 7 months. Currently, she's number 40 in the world and number 4 in Canada, holding the rank of president. So she's been responsible for getting a lot of people in and a lot of people going on the right lane. And here she is. Take it away.
Thank you, my co-host with the most, Dale Rumming from Midway, British Columbia. I just came from a week in Midway, and what a cute town. I really enjoyed spending time with Dale and meeting her team. Now we're going to do a screen share and get this party started. No, I'm missing.
Okay. Looks like we've got a screen here.
Okay, just a minute, please, Dale. Okay, let's go back. All right, can you see a screen share yet?
I can see a white screen.
Okay, I've lost my screen.
There, I can see a white screen with two blue screens that are squared.
Okay, all right. Now what happened?
Oh, you've got the same thing.
What happened to my picture? Technical issues.
Of
Just a minute.
course. Isn't this fun?
Dale, you can continue amusing the crowd while I find out what happened to my slides,
Oh,
okay?
I'm amusing the crowd. Okay. Well, gee, I just thought of a joke. Okay, you ready for this? There was this magician that went on to this. Okay, you look like you're still trying to talk, Risha, no?
No.
Okay. Okay, so there was this magician who was hired by a cruise line to do his magic act. He gets to the grand finale. Abracadabra, the coin disappears, the crowd goes wild, and the parrot says, Rock, it's in a slave, it's in a slave. Magician gets mad. He just screwed up his act, right? So anyway, he figures, hey, I'm a better man than this parrot. I'm on a different boat tomorrow. So he went off to the new cruise, and unbeknownst to him, the parrot followed him. So, same thing. Grand finale, abracadabra, the coin disappears, the crowd goes wild and says, Ah, it's in a slave, it's in a slave. By now, he's mad. So he goes for the parrot, and he's got the parrot by the throat, and he's throttling the parrot. People are running back and forth, trying to separate the parrot and the magician. Nobody's watching the ship. Hits a rock and sinks. Two survivors are left, the parrot and the magician, clinging to a piece of driftwood. Finally, days pass. Finally, the parrot looks over at the magician and says, okay, I give up. What did you do with the ship? You can applaud. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Risha, you got it yet?
Okay. Yeah, let's just try it again. I've been loving technical issues for most of my day today.
Yeah.
So let me get over now. Let's see.
Let me see. Wait.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Wonderful.
Yep, let's go.
Okay. All right. So, Ricia Adair, I'm a Canadian. I live in Manzanillo, Mexico. And today I'm going to share with you a story about Partner Co, the future of partnership marketing. This is not network marketing. This is ideally partnership marketing. But before we get into the business end of things, I'd like to share with you about my story and some amazing products that have absolutely changed my life. So first off, put in the chat if you're a person, put one in the chat if you're a person that would like to achieve optimal health. Let's see all the ones in the chat. And now I'd like to see anyone who's interested in making extra money, beach money, or even like a good solid financial plan B, put a 2 in the chat.
I don't know how to do that.
And if you're both, Put a 3 in the chat.
Oh,
Okay, let's go on. We're going to share with you about partner.co. Our mission is to power health and prosperity around the world. So you're absolutely in the right place at the right time. We're going to share with you some amazing testimonials. We've got 3 or 4 actually live testimonials sharing with you tonight. But first, a little about myself, with your permission. My husband and I left Canada and we moved into Manzanillo, Mexico in October 2023 into a mini boutique resort, Casa 700 Mangoes. It has 2 vacation villas for rent and we live in the upper 2 floors. It is our dream home, really fabulous. We're up on a hill overlooking that beautiful Santiago Bay with a gorgeous 14-kilometer beach. You can walk it and swim it. It's absolutely beautiful. But what we didn't count on, well, what was waiting for us, because we closed the house in July of 2023, moved in October 17th, only to find a lot of damage that had happened in the 5 months that the house was unoccupied. We had very, very little money in our savings plan, in our retirement plan. In fact, it was only 50,000 Canadian dollars. And in 6 weeks, getting the property ready for our upcoming season, it sucked us dry so fast. Now I'm wondering, where's the title to our property? So I'm calling my lawyer. He's giving me some, screwy bowl story about where our title is. And I finally went to the notary, and the notary said, your lawyer didn't pay the $23,000 of closing costs, so we closed your file. Wow. So that hit me like a ton of bricks, because we didn't have the $23,000, but we certainly wanted title in our property. Thanks to Scotiabank line of credit, we went into further debt and we had to pay twice the closing costs. The very next day, I was so filled with stress and anxiety about this whole situation that I broke out in shingles all over my body. I also had a UTI infection that lasted 4 months. I became very, very unhealthy. I found comfort in chocolate and ice cream and different desserts and carbohydrate foods. I grew very, very fat and full of anxiety, lots of infection in my body, and I was very sick. So I called my doctor, Tom, and I said, Dr. Tom, this is the situation that's going on. We're new. Can you help me? And he says, Ricia, I'm going to take down your symptoms and I'm going to do my research. Well, in 2 days, Dr. Tom came back and he says, Ricia, you have a very rare case of FFB. Dr. Tom, what is that really? And he says, you're fat, you're frumpy, and you're broke. And then came that magic day, April 17th, 2024, that sincerely changed my life. My friends Chris and Joni Budd, Canadians who live in Costa Rica, called me up and said, Ricia, you need to know about the drops. And my first little voice heard that these drops were something that could certainly help me get back into balance, help me lose some weight, and help me get out of my anxiety and depression. The second voice said, you don't have the money to do this, girl. But the third voice said, find the money from somewhere. So I found enough to buy 2 boxes. And Joni said, Ricia, let's get you sharing these amazing products with other people, because we have thousands and thousands of testimonials. And she said, just post on Facebook from our system of growth. I'll teach you how to do it. It'll take 20 minutes of training to teach you. Coincidentally, my drops arrived that day, April 22nd, 5 days later. And so I posted, and there you see it, 59 comments. From that one post, I received 20 new customers and 6 new brand partners. Now I realize I'm in a vehicle that can seriously help me achieve some goals. I've always been a goal setter. So my first goal was to set a 5-figure income for September 1st. I was able to achieve that July 15th. On the way, I'm helping a whole lot of people get well and in balance. And then I said, wow, I'm ready to set my 1-year goals. And magically, my 1-year goals all got accomplished in the 7 months. Each villa got a fridge. I was able to hire a new housekeeper. I love Sarah to bits. We brought in paint crews to splash beautiful Mexican color paints all over our property. Eco-friendly air conditioner systems in every single villa. And I'm sure you can appreciate the expense of that one. We were able to get Mike a motorcycle. This is all in November. I started in April, guys, right? A brand new pergola in the bottom pool deck. And then in December 24th, we had a small earthquake. that caused our pool to fail, 6 more earthquakes before the end of the year with serious damage to the pool. I had guests coming in on January 2nd. I had to make that phone call to say, I'm really looking forward to seeing you, but guess what? The pool is broken. We were able, thank goodness to my partner co-income, that I was able to expedite a crew to come in and do the repair to reopen our pool. In fact, we actually upgraded it with lights and so on to enhance it, and we reopened the pool on January the 14th. Then I received the email from the company that I qualified for a 5-star diamond vacation to beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican resort. They paid for everything, all the food, the dining, the dances, the parties, even the adventure like the zip lining. It was so much fun. There was 178 of us on this trip, and well, half of us were there only in our first year with our company. A lot of people, only 4, 5, 6 months that qualified for that trip. Now let's take a look at what happened with me on a health level. Again, you heard my original story. I was filled with infection. I was fat. I was frumpy. I went from April 23rd to May 6th, all that reduction in inflammation in my body, and the pictures truly show the difference of what happened in my body. I felt like it was just melting off of me. I felt so great. Fast forward, in 3 months, I went from size 18 to a size 9. And I see that girl on the left, and I don't know how she got inside my computer. That was actually taken at the going away party when we left our home on Vancouver Island. I don't remember getting that big, but it happens, right? Now I celebrate great mobility. I'm super agile. And I owe it to these guys, Darren Zobrist, John Wadsworth, the owners of our company. They just won the founding team of the year. Together, the two owners bought 5 companies that all had stellar products created by doctors, backed by science, all good, fabulous, clean ingredients, and products that make a difference, that you feel them. We are Partner Co., simply better together. Let's talk about a 21st century problem that our grandparents never experienced. There's systematic poisoning in the foods we eat, in the water, the chemtrails, the air we breathe, and what we put on our skin. We have got a serious problem. 90% of the diseases that we have today did not exist 90 years ago. And 90% of the food we have today didn't exist 90 years ago. So there's some kind of program going on, including the proliferation of sugar in all our products, and the fact that most of what we eat today is not even food anymore, but food-like products. So what's happening here is it's contributing greatly to your hormonal imbalance. And we're going to find out in a minute the symptoms that you're experiencing, all directly related to this imbalance. Your leptin, insulin, ghrelin, and cortisol are just a few of the hormones that influence our appetite, metabolism, and body fat distribution. And people who are obese have hormone levels that actually encourage the accumulation of body fat. Let's look at these symptoms. I had no idea when I started with this company in April of 2024, all of these different things that would be affecting me: low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue in the afternoon, weight gain, attraction to sugars and carbohydrate foods. That is because I was out of balance. If you have 1 to 3 of these symptoms, put 3 in the chat. And if you're a brand partner on the drops, I'd like you to remember back before you start the drops, how many of these symptoms you had. If you had up to 7, put 7 in the chat, and you have all 10, put 10 in the chat. It's always interesting to see. We have well over 100 products in every category, including into multi-billion-dollar industries. We have an amazing team of experts led by Dr. Ray Strand. He's well known worldwide for the many books he writes in international languages about wellness. Dr. Joshua Plant works alongside with him. He's our chief science officer. He graduated out of Harvard in 3 years with a PhD with honors. Dr. Brett West, he's our senior director of R&D. He's a master in the noni that we're going to talk about. Barbara Cox-Lovesey, she used to be a professional figure skater in Canada, actually. She now lives in England, and she's our vice president of health and nutrition. Dr. Xing Deng, he's our manager of research. They have an entire team, and Dr. Kami Ukoya as well, too, comes with a great list of credentials as well. And together, there's over 215 published studies on our products, as well as 1,040 annual quality tests. Dr. Pina, in my neighborhood in Mexico, he's one of the world's leading gastrointestinal doctors. He's the guy that he hosts the seminars while other doctors are in the crowd taking their notes. We have an amazing team of doctors in the United States and Mexico, a credible amount of wellness people, doctors and nurses, retired nurses that are on our teams. Many of them sit on our wellness council. We have many athletes sitting on our athletic council. And what got me excited was the fact that I can do business in 50 global markets. There I am in my little office in Manzanillo, and I could communicate and build my business with my Canadian and American friends, as well as my people in Europe and all over the world, as you can. Imagine we teach you our system of growth, very simple training. Somebody sees your Facebook post from Italy. They wonder about the drops. You send them a link. They purchase their product. The European office fulfills the order, and by next Friday, you get paid. It's completely transparent. There are no international business licenses, no international tax numbers. It is completely transparent for you to build in 50 global markets. I'd like to touch now on some of my favorite products. Lucim Skincerity is a breathable skin mask. And what it does is it helps the body retain the moisture of its own moisture into the body. This was created by a team of dermatologists in 2005, intended for problem situations. Marlene experienced severe eczema. She was able to roll on the Skincerity, and within just a few short weeks, she was able to manage her situation. Adult acne, stretch marks. This is a product that seems to work very, very quickly. Signs of aging, rosacea, surgery scars. I had a really bad scar on my knee from a boat situation, and I saw it right before my eyes within 2-3 weeks. The thing just magically disappeared. It's an amazing product. You need to have one of these in your first aid cabinet and one of these in your beauty cabinet, because it works for all kinds of insect bites, wasp stings, bee stings, and cuts and wounds. When I have open cuts, when I come to the dry areas, I put them on, and within a couple of days, it seems that everything is working best. Now, Tahitian noni is one of my faves of all time. It is my army of soldiers that protect my entire body for overall health and wellness. It supports your healthy immune system. It's going to boost your energy and endurance, sustains joint health, so you can go up and down those stairs, in and out of your car, in and off of an airplane with great mobility. It's going to support your healthy cardiovascular system. This is a product that I absolutely suggest you put into your shopping cart. Noni is one of the most efficacious superfoods in the world. One of my favorites is this combination of noni plus collagen. We all want to be youthful and have that young skin. Well, youth comes from the inside out, right? So we're going to share this collagen product with you, and coming up, a brand new introduction. Our NutriFi line, in my opinion, are the best nutritionals in the world. Created by doctors, backed by science, and you feel the differences. Our probiotics were created by Dr. Pina out of Mexico City. There's 15 strains of pre and probiotics with billions of them inside the bottle. He even patented the bottle to protect the product for any kind of extreme heat situations. A lot of times you have to keep your probiotics refrigerated or away from heat. It is an amazing product. I know people that had trouble going to the bathroom. Over 30 years of difficulties with our probiotics. In 2-3 months, they were able to be normal and regular again. Omega Q, one of the best products out there for your brain, for your heart. Rejuvenix is for your energy as well as your brain and your heart. Optimal M for minerals, Optimal V for vitamins, and that includes your eyes, your lungs, your blood, your muscles, your bones. Finale is our best-selling product in France and China. It's intended to tighten your skin after the weight loss that comes from the drops. Well, there's also very high in grapeseed extract and vitamin C. So there's been a bit of a cold going around Vancouver Island, and I've been taking my noni, my moa, and my finale, and I have no tickle in my throat. It's amazing. In the beginning, I said to Chris, he put me on a call with Reese Antley, and I said, Reese, I've got really bad owies in my fingers and my toes. I'm taking something now. So if I'm going to fit Partner Co into my budget, I need to know, what do you have for these owies? And he said, Ricia, you've got to get the MOA. MOA is a liquid, is 36 superfoods of liquid nutrition. And you'll notice a lot of these ingredients come from exotic destinations, all high in superfood content and coming together to fight for pain and inflammation. There's so many testimonials, so many stories about the MOA, including this young lady who had a surgery that went south on her. Within 3 days of her using the MOA, she was able to enjoy healthy ankles again. And for myself, I noticed in 3 weeks, I'm walking in my funky little flip-flops with the dog, and I'm experiencing about a 75 reduction in discomfort. After 6 weeks, I have none. I'm back to feeling 100%. But I was in Winnipeg in June and I ran short of the MOA. In my last week in Winnipeg, I noticed the owies come back. So I know for a fact this product is working for me. Now, when we introduce the drops to you, it's all about enjoying a low glycemic diet to regulate your blood sugars. Well, every now and then you're going to want to go for Italian or Uncle Harry's birthday party, right? This product is a great sugar and carb blocker. So you can enjoy the occasional treat. It's high in fiber, so it's great for a daily product, but especially for those times that you'd like to have a little cheat. Advantage, I think we're going to hear from one of our guests, Cheryl, about how she loves this product as well. This one is targeted towards your stubborn visceral fat. It increases your metabolism and burns calories 10 times more. You get leaner faster. It actually activates the fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue and helps prevent weight regain. I've noticed myself, my muffin top is gone, which I celebrate because that's one of the hardest things for a lady my age to lose. The Pure Nourish is my daily breakfast. I love it. There's 18 grams of pea protein in the product. There's probiotic, prebiotic. There's enough nutrients in the Pure Nourish. There's no fillers, no sugars. That is going to give you pure nourishment. If you have clean water and all the food should disappear tomorrow, you have plenty of nutrition in your Pure Nourish package. I happen to love the taste of chocolate. Our cocoa is, or Power Boost in Canada and US, is loaded with minerals and vitamins. I add it to my shake because I love the chocolate. I also add it to my morning coffee. Giving Greens, it now offers 2.5 pounds for any little scoop. All the efficacious greens, the kale, the spinach, the parsley, and it's flavored with acai berry and cinnamon to give it a great flavor for a wonderful green drink. Renew is an amazing product. We have 2 international patents on it. It actually helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. It is my fountain of youth in a box. It teaches your body to create the pathways to build its HGH. As we grow older, our HGH is on the rapid decline. The real benefits of HGH include improved body composition, improved bone mineral density, increased lean body mass, lowers bad cholesterol, better heart health, helps your tissues grow and regenerate. And for many of us ladies on this call, it helps us with that deep REM sleep. You will have the best sleep. Because of it as well, it helps lower cortisol levels. Married up with the drops I'm going to introduce is a perfect marriage. Now, we all know that drinking water is an integral part of the weight loss program. Many of us are bored with water. Many of us don't drink enough water. And many of us are losing our electrolytes because we flush out from drinking too much water. Well, the Max 2O, brand new product, replenishes your electrolytes to restore the balance. It optimizes your body's hydration, supports healthy muscle and nerve function. How about that, right? And it tastes amazing. It tastes like mango. It's a fabulous product. And the next product we recently introduced is the Everglow. And I'm already noticing, after only being on the product for 2 weeks, that my skin is healthier and shinier. Everglow is a collagen product. And we know that age and UV can be the serious causes of skin damage. This product is going to help you rejuvenate skin, hair, and nails, rebuild beauty from within. It's a marine collagen, no shellfish, but young, healthy fish. And what it does as well, too, is it has a fabulous taste. It helps you be young from the inside out, right? So skin, hair, and nails. And it's like fresh peaches off the tree. It has a fabulous flavor. Now, sadly, the 3 countries that we're looking at specifically, Mexico, Canada, and the US, globally have the highest numbers in overweight and obese in our populations. These are going to lend to all kinds of related diseases, diabetes, stroke, heart disease, thyroid disorders, and the list goes on. Well, we have a product that helps us. It's simply a tool that helps us manage, maintain, and healthy weight loss. We have our American cousins on the call with us tonight. In the United States, he has Slenderies Accelerate. Myself, I have the Mexican product with me. It's called Pre-Meal and Night. And for the Canadians, we have the day drops and the night drops. And we have 3 different formulas worldwide. The Canadian formula is also very well sold all over Europe because of different government regulations of being able to rubber stamp your product from the different health authorities. So these products all together, even though they have different formulas, different ingredients, they all contribute to the same results. Personally, myself, as you've seen, I've lost 34 pounds. I have many people on the call that have enjoyed amazing weight loss from the day and night drops. And we have also our American cousins on the call who have experienced great weight loss from the Slenderies Accelerate. So what do these drops do? It's a tool. And these tools are going to help you reduce weight twice as fast as diet alone. We have the clinical studies, doctor recommended, doctor created, scientifically proven. They are natural, safe, and effective, stimulant, and hormone-free. And what do the drops do for you? First of all, it's going to help you balance your hormones. Yes, guys, you have hormones too, which lends to rapid weight loss. I've never experienced in my life that the weight literally seems to just fall off my body. It controls your appetite and it stops sugar cravings. Really important because I was seriously, seriously addicted to sugar. It's helped my husband with his migraines. It certainly helps me with my better sleep, improved libido. You enjoy more energy, improved digestion. And how about being joyous and control those mood swings with depression, anxiety, and so on? It seems to lift my brain fog, so you're going to have clarity in memory, reduced inflammation, as you saw from my 13-day testimony, and improves your immune system as well. The drops simply make you feel better. I am going to celebrate today is my 526th day without sugar. Just a short time ago, I was on holidays with my husband in an area called Tasco in the state of Guerrero in Mexico. We went to a park called 1,000 Waterfalls. And my guide, Freddie, said to me, we have to climb up river. We have to climb up several waterfalls to get to the mother of the falls. I'm about to celebrate my 67th birthday. I would have never done this in the heavy 200 pounds that I used to be climbing up these waterfalls in Rushing River because it is rainy season. There's a lot of water in that river. And I was able to climb up all those waterfalls to get to that vista point. So I celebrate the drops that have given me my youth back. And I'm so grateful for that. Over the last several years, well over 14 years, we've sold 1 million bottles. Now, we talked about the low glycemic program. It's simply a matter of eating smart, eating clean like we used to when we were kids. No more packaged foods, no more sugar foods. The drops help you not have those cravings. So you'll have the proteins, all kinds of proteins. Tonight we had a beautiful salmon with some asparagus. It was fabulous. Any kind of vegetables, you see the whole list. You see the do list has a lot more than the do not. Recently, the team in Qualicum, Parksville area had prepared this amazing buffet. Everything on this table is on plan with our program. We do not go hungry. This is not a fad. It's not a diet. It is a lifestyle of eating clean. The drops will help you not want to crave the junk foods. Why not exercise 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, drink your water, and watch the transformation in your body in just 28 days. Let's have a look at some of the people that enjoyed amazing results. And honestly, it's really hard for me to pick my pictures because I have so many. All of these people have been on my calls. Many of them are on my team. Many of them I know firsthand. So let's celebrate their success. This is Katie in 30 days. James Laponce, 47 pounds in 4 months. The guy on the right looks like a younger brother to the dude on the left. Sharon Smith out of Port Alberni went from size 2X to size almost 0. She looks amazing. Dr. Crystal lost an entire person, 162 pounds. That was about 6 years ago, and she's kept off the weight. Our beautiful co-hostess with us tonight, Dale Rumming. This is her transformation in just 60 days, and she's continuing to look great. Athletes enjoy our products. They have far better performance as well. And even for people that you think don't want to lose weight, they still are out of balance. Tammy felt she was in fairly good shape and out of balance, but look at 58-year-old Tammy on the right after just a few short months on the drops. Julie Park, married to a doctor at the time, very, very ill. She had a lot of medical situations going on, mother of 5. And after the drops, she is, wow, young, vibrant, and sexy. She looks like she's 22. Sheila Pelletier came out of breast cancer. She also had chemo and radiation. She had lost her joie de vivre, and she had gained a lot of weight. Well, thanks to the drop, she said goodbye to 25 pounds and regained her joie de vivre again. Chris Bailey suffered from Lyme disease and couldn't find any help in his medical community until the drops. So now he's lost a lot of weight and he needs to find a tailor because he looks amazing and he's so healthy now. And it's a lot more than weight loss. Bo Dersovic, she claims about thick and healthier hair. Her nails are strong, healthy, and growing. Her skin is better, overall feeling of calmness, and she feels the declining in the visceral fat. Selena Kirby, her A1Cs came way down, her blood pressure. A lot of people are going off their meds. She lost a lot of weight. She looks a lot younger. Ashley celebrates no more night sweats and hot flashes. Her husband lost 65 pounds. Cheryl, who's on the call with us tonight, my dear friend from Parksville, has lost over 50 pounds. She no longer has this chronic cough that used to cause her to leave the room. And she looks young. We just had her in Dallas with us, and Lori and I, a few years younger than Cheryl, and she's keeping right up to us as we're hiking around being the tourist in downtown Dallas. Anne and Chad together have lost over 125 pounds. Chad is off of 12 medications. Leanne Boyd, I just saw her on Sunday, and included with her weight loss, she also talks about a testimonial that she was in a serious hormonal disruptive state, that she was losing her hair quickly. And her doctor wanted to put her on HRT, and she said, no, I'm going to do the drops. And within just 2 months, she ended up with this beautiful blossoming head of hair. Jerry Wyndham not only lost 12 pounds, but he also no longer shakes. He used to have to hold the soup spoon with 2 hands, and he no longer has acid reflux. Sherry Brookbank is on the call with us tonight. Hi, Sherry. And Sherry has done amazing on the program, lost a whole bunch of weight as well. And my friend Colleen out of Nebraska, this transition happened for Colleen in just 8 months. I recently saw her in Dallas, and she's even tinier than that. So it just keeps going on. Gwen suffered from toe fungus for decades. In just a couple of short months, her feet went back to being healthy again after being on the drops. So this is a lot more than 20 pounds, guys. This is giving people back their new check on life. My dear friend Penny, very, very sick after 5 operations that went south on her for colon cancer. In bed 18 hours a day, reliant on her 88-year-old mother. After 2 months on the drops, there's my dear Penny back in the garden again. Barbara McCubin, she's almost 70 years old. We all look so much younger. Valerie St. Jack, everyone is experiencing amazing results. Tiger had, he was dependent on oxygen from in the COVID times. Now he's back bench pressing. He's lost a whole bunch of weight and super healthy, no longer needs his oxygen. Charlene, dear friend of mine up in Kitimat area in British Columbia, she had a bad fall living at her lakefront home. Her son said, Mom, you've got to move into town. We're going to put you in a home. And she's, give me 2 weeks on my drops. Let me see what happens. And there's my dear friend Charlene taking a picture from her Aquafit. So she's got it's more than the 20 pounds. Jane Storch couldn't clasp her hands because of the inflammation. She's now down 54 pounds. She just bought a kayak. She's enjoying her time on the lake. Nancy has a crazy testimonial. Wow, she went from a serious autoimmune disorder to being very heavy. She's lost a lot of weight, and her doctor recently said, I can't do anything for you. You look like you're in pretty good shape these days, and your labs prove it. Her husband, Wayne, Vancouver Island, he's lost that basketball out in the front. And James Scott has a really dynamic testimonial, as so many people do. He's down 70 pounds now. He no longer has Parkinson's tremors from his early onset of Parkinson's at the age of 17. And after wearing a knee brace for close to 2 decades, he no longer needs his leg brace. Wow, we are changing people's lives very, very quickly. And now I want to bring forward my dear friend Wendy Follows. I'm actually a guest in our house right now, and Wendy has many non-scale wins as well that she's going to share with you. I'm going to stop the share and open it up for Wendy to share her story with us. Wendy.
What?
Hi, dear Wendy. Okay, share with us your story. How obviously you got on the drops from me introducing it to you since we're sisters from another mother. And what has happened for you in the last short while?
Okay. Oh, goodness. Now I'm going to hear myself echoing. What has happened for me in the last little while? Do you want to know from the get-go or from?
Well, yeah, specifically to the drops, right?
Okay. Okay. All right. I got to go to a different room. I'm hearing me echoing from your phone or your.
Why don't you come here, Wendy? Come and join my camera. Leave your phone behind. Leave your phone behind, please. We've got echoes. Thank you for your patience, everybody, while we get past this. Okay, so there you go, Wendy. Sit my camera.
You're in my chair, girl. That's okay. Stay there.
Okay.
Hi. Okay, so where to start? So I started the drops. How long ago was that?
About a year and a couple of months or so.
Okay, so I've got an extensive medical history. Survivor. So I started the drops and immediately, like I only started doing the drops because I wanted to balance out my hormones. I didn't feel I had to lose any weight, which I really didn't, but I did end up losing a couple of pounds. Big deal. But it did help me in other ways. And then I ended up having open heart surgery. And that was to be expected to happen. So because of that, I had to get off of the drops. And then I got off of the drops, thanks. First of all, when I went on it, uh, probably 4 months on the drops. My thyroid medication was lowered. I do sleep better. The shaking, I don't shake anymore. I'm 62 years old, by the way. And I sleep better. And then I had to go off with the drops because of the open heart. They needed me off of everything I was doing. And then after that and started to heal a bit, then I started on the drops again. I had lost even more weight going having the open heart. And so, it's definitely true that these drops are not there to make you lose weight. They're not there to force you to lose weight. It's balancing your body out, because if that was the case, I would have lost even more weight. But I gained that weight back. In turn with that, because I was off the drops for a while, I started shaking. But again, I'm even more steady than I was. Acid reflux. I've been on Nexium for decades. I'm an ex-cancer survivor twice over, stage 4 the second time, and I was 23 then. So I've been on Nexium since then. I don't take it anymore. It's helped with that. And the most amazing thing as of late, like I can't freaking believe this. I feel so much better, definitely. But I'm not allergic to cats and dogs anymore. Like, what the heck?
And you love animals so much.
So now I don't have to get a poodle.
Mhm.
I know, so I'm so excited about all these changes. And I won't ever stop taking these drops because I know that they're helping me. And what I've learned is that when you start taking something and you've got these issues happening, you're going, okay, I really want to lose weight. Or that's your biggest thing on your mind, right? But what I found is with any kind of healing thing, natural way, is that this is going to gobble up the latest thing that's happened. And then it's the deeper seated issues come later because they've been with you longer. So yeah, it's going to balance out your hormones. You're going to lose some weight, definitely, because it's balancing out your hormones, and that's what's made us. Oh. But to expect things to happen is just erase that out of your mind. Just live your life, eat well. I didn't follow the food plan because I feel my diet is really good already, and it is. I eat very healthy. So if you follow that and you take your drops as recommended, you will slowly start to notice different changes happening. And like I said, again, I'm not allergic to cats and dogs. Like that's been a lifetime thing for me. And that's something that's taken longer to get better. So I'm looking forward to many other things. I don't have eczema anymore either. I'm sure that there's a whole lot of other things that I can't remember. But yeah, I'm excited, and I definitely will not ever stop taking them. And I'm excited to actually try some of these other products as well. Noni, I take Noni. I used Noni many years ago. And when Ricia brought Noni to me, I'm just like, I have a sip of it. I know this flavor. I know this stuff. And I used to use it a long time ago. So I'm really glad to have been introduced to it again. It's an excellent product. And so are the other stuff.
And helping you with your recovery from your surgery.
Yeah. So like there's still lots that I'm still healing from. So I'm excited about all this. So thank you, Ricia.
Thank you,
doing
Wendy.
this for me.
All right. Thank you, sweetie.
Bye, guys.
And now we're going to move on to our next guest. Yeah, there's so many non-scale wins in this situation that I celebrate when people have these life-changing testimonies. Let's move on to our beautiful Cheryl Newton. Now, I want to tell you this. I met Cheryl at the end of May in Calgary for an event, and she came to a presentation, a lot of great testimonials, and she said, that's it. I want the drops. I need the drops, and I'd like to do the business. Well, I knew Cheryl as that lady on the left. And then I just saw Cheryl again. We reconnected in Parksville on Saturday, and I see this tiny little thing walk into the building, and I went, wow, her transition is that amazing from June 15th to today. Cheryl, I'm so excited to have you on my call. Cheryl Newton, open your mic, open your camera, and let's talk.
Camera's open, but Cheryl isn't. I've asked her to unmute. Cheryl! Oh, well.
Okay, there we go. Okay, Cheryl, you need to unmute your line, please.
Here we go. I don't know what was happening. It was stuck.
Okay.
So anyway,
All right. So, Cheryl, I told your story, how you came to the Calgary Connect conference. We actually kidnapped you, Lucy West, the Vice President of Corporate Canada, and kidnapped you and took you to to Banff. We had an amazing day together. But let's talk about your story from June 15th to today.
Okay. So Layla is on the call. Well, first of all, thanks for asking me to be a speaker. I listen to so many other people and I'm like, I don't think I want to speak. But what it's done for me is it's given me a chance to really check in with myself about what the drops have done and what trying the different products has done for me. And that's a really good thing because I was just happy and carrying on and getting happier and happier. Anyway, so Layla, who's on the call, she tried to share partner call with me and showing me her pictures. And I was like, yeah, that's good. Well, good for you. That's great. Because I'm very skeptical about products for specific reasons. And she finally coaxed me to go to the Calgary conference in May. And I said, I'm just going to come and visit you. Well, that first evening that I stayed there, just the testimonies and looking at all the beautiful people and listening to their stories, and they were so kind. Everybody was just so lovely. And I was like, I belong here. So I was like, okay, that's it. I know so many friends and family that really need help with their health. And so I became a partner. And so I ordered my drops, and like 3 weeks later, I started them because I had to finish some projects. And the reason I did, but my why was I didn't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to be like this anymore. Achy pains, getting out of bed when my feet hit the floor, it felt like they were mush, spongy, from inflammation. I had sore shoulders, so sore that I couldn't lift them. I had two trigger fingers. I had food cravings, some acne, inflammation. Couldn't find a comfortable place to sleep. Was always irritated because I had stuff going on over my body all the time. And so when I started the drops, by about the third day, I could feel a shift. There was just this beautiful shift that happened. And I started to feel lighter, not in weight, in spirit. And by about the fourth, fifth day, I could feel the fat disappearing and my spirit getting better. And yeah, so fast forward, I added Pure Nourish and Power Boost because I wanted something yummy tasting. And the shakes are great. And then I added Renew because it was explained that it was good for sleep. So I started that. And by about the fourth, fifth day, I was actually sleeping after not sleeping for years. And I mean years. And now I'm so excited every night. I can't wait to do my Renew, and because I know I get to go to sleep. Anyway, that's amazing for me. And yeah, I just kept losing weight, and I had a girlfriend over, and I wanted her to take a picture of me, so I stripped down into my bra and underwear, and she was like, "What happened to you?" I want this stuff. So she's going to start. But I was strict. I was really strict with what I was doing. I followed the plan, no cheating. And I believe that that really made a difference because I kept going back to my why. I didn't want to live like that anymore. I wasn't fitting into clothes. I kept buying bigger and bigger clothes, and it just didn't feel good. So now my nails are stronger. I even forgot that I had trigger finger till our meeting last week. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have trigger finger anymore. What else is gone? I have definitely more energy. I can even run now. I'm 68. Am I 68? Yeah, I'm 68. And it's right. It's true. I feel younger and younger. The longer I'm on this, the more inflammation that leaves. I put on a pair of runners today that I hadn't worn in a long time, and they were loose on me. My feet have even gone. My rings, if I fling my hands, my rings will fly off. I just feel so much better. Anyway, I shed 15.8 pounds. Just think of 15 pounds of butter stacked up. That's a lot of heaviness to carry around. And I only measured in 5 places in my body, but those 5 places I lost 18 1/4 inches. And I'm
Fabulous.
impressed. Thank you.
Cheryl, thank you so much. What an amazing testimonial. So, so happy. I'm so grateful that you came to that event on Thursday. So grateful we got to meet one another and have some fun in Banff together too.
Yes, we did.
So let's make a decision and set yourself up for victory. It has happened for thousands. It can happen for you as well. Believe you can, and you're halfway there, right? How do you get the drops? Well, we love our customers. You can become a customer and pay retail, or everyone loves a deal. Everyone loves value. So in the United States, it's $29.95, and in Canada, it's $37.95, one-time lifetime membership, and that qualifies you for brand partner pricing in your first month. You get all the tools, the replicated website. Should you want to learn the business, you have all amazing training available to you. but you get so many perks, including the ability to earn lifestyle credits so you can come away on these trips with us. So do we have any US cousins in the crowd? Because my slides are Canada and the US. If we have both in the crowd, put USA in the chat. If we have US people in the crowd. And if not, I'll just focus on the Canadian information. No USA today? Okay, so I'm going to focus on the Canadian information here. But first I want to bring, open the door and turn on the lights real bright. Because a lot of us think that we're impenetrable, that we're superstars, that nothing will ever happen to us, right? We're indestructible. But what would happen if you were dependent on your arms, your wrists, your thumbs, your elbows to make a living, and you had an accident? How would that manage? How would that affect you? How would you manage? Vancouver Island was hit very badly with fires, many areas of Canada. What if you were forced into evacuation, or worse, that your house burnt down? What if a child or a grandchild or elder parents needed you for weeks? What if you were a guide in Atlantic Canada and the government said the backcountry's closed, no more tourism, and there goes your business? Or what if road construction came along right in front of your business or where you work and shut it down for months? How would you manage? Sadly, if your main breadwinner in the family should pass, how would you manage? Heaven forbid someone else close to you that puts you in a state of grief for 2 or 3 years and it incapacitated your ability to earn a living. How would you manage? Having a plan B is no longer a nicety, it's a necessity. Back in my day when I was 8, having a plan B was dad making extra money to put the kids in the station wagon and the trailer and driving us to Disneyland, right? Well, those days are gone, folks. Life is very, very expensive. You need to have that plan B for contingencies, maybe not even your world, but in your loved one's world, anyone in your bubble that may need you for you to be there. Let's talk about the income side now. You've heard about so many great testimonies. You've seen the pictures. You know the product works. So however you want to paint your paycheck will depend on your passion and your desire to learn. We have right now at this very time an incredible moment of using social media for free to build a global business. Let's talk about turning your drops into profits. As a brand partner, you're going to enjoy 30% off in retail profits, which is amazing. We have a 4-pack in Canada. It's $500. That brings unit cost down to $125. So it's significantly less from your retail pricing. How about enjoy our social media posting program? Sell 3 boxes, make a profit of $216, and enjoy your box for free. What if you got 20 customers from your first post? What if, right? Mm-hmm. The average profit per box is about $72, $74. Let's turn your social media into profit, and you never know what international audience is ready to come out to you. We have a system. It's copy and paste, plug and play. You don't have to know anything more. When I posted Rick and Crystal's picture where together they lost 210 pounds, the comments came in like crazy. Your ideal goal is to promote 30 boxes over 30 days because that gets you to what we call the top pay position, the ultimate position. You're looking at earning $2,100 plus in profits. For anyone on this call, any brand partners that have achieved ultimate in their first 30 days, please put in the chat ultimate. First thing, guess, you're going to want to activate your position with 200 points so you're eligible to receive commissions. In reiteration, a 4-pack in Canada is 208 points. That would certainly qualify you. I'm going to invite you to include a box of Renew. It is such a great product to marry up with the drops. It's 278 points. So again, it would qualify you to open up your brand partner position. We have some different packs available. We talked about the Everglow, the Advantage. Elite is a great product. It's a drink, a sachet that you put with water for your brain. It's so amazing for your emotions. And we have Max 2O as well. That's another great pack you can choose to get some variety. We also have the Power Plus pack, and you get various different products here. And there's always some extra free products when you get a pack together. So we have the PXP Collab Power Pack. This is an amazing pack because you get a lot of great sampling of our products. There's some USA packs that I'm going to skip over. We do have the ability that you can actually purchase 3 times 10 packs in Canada. You sell 30 boxes or sell 29 boxes from your 30 pack order. Keep one for yourself. Your profits are well over $2,100. And who would like a free vacation like the Punta Cana vacation that I said? Until October 3rd, there's a bonus of 5,000 lifestyle credits that you can cash in towards a trip for every 10 pack purchase. So if you were to purchase an ultimate pack with 30 boxes, that would be 15,000 points starting towards your trip of a lifetime. We're voted by Business for Home the best compensation plan in the industry. I can certainly attest to that after having direct experience with it over the last 15 months. We are paid 9 different ways. To maintain your position, you're going to want to have 100 points of monthly auto ship to stay qualified for discounts and commissions and to gather lifestyle credits. We have so many great products. I encourage you to play around, experience different ones, and find your favorites. So again, you're going to enjoy 30% off as an instant profit center when you retail the products. But not everyone is going to want to be your retail customer. Mary's going to come along and say, you know what? I want 1,000 points of products and I want to get it at wholesale. If you had purchased a 4-pack, you'd be activated. You would earn 15% new volume bonus on Mary's purchase of 1,000 points. That's $150. But if you were at the ultimate status, you would earn 300, twice the amount of money because you are now at the top pay. A mentor once said to me, never leave money on the table. We encourage you to get to ultimate in your first 4 weeks. That is what the company gives you as a carrot to get there because they want everyone to be at top pay to earn the maximum commission. Again, 3 times 10 packs in Canada is definitely your ultimate, and that's going to give you 15,000 lifestyle credits. So let's say, for instance, you've also talked to Howard, your cousin in Toronto, and you've talked to Cindy, your girlfriend in Vancouver. Mary's in Illinois. Mary's out there sharing this program. She goes to her church, she goes to her coworkers, and people love the product. They don't want bad things put in their body to lose the weight. So rather, they'd love to have the natural way with our hormonal body balancing products. And Mary does exceptionally well, but so does Howard, and so does Cindy in Vancouver. So one of these generations is going to become what we call your power leg. There's going to be more volume, more purchases in one of the legs than the other. The other ones are considered your pay legs. Every week, your pay leg is measured, and up until Friday at midnight Mountain Time, you will earn 15% on all the activity that happens in that pay leg or pay legs. Now, this can add up very, very quickly. We also have a further part of getting paid. It's called the savings account bonus. When your pay leg base commissions pay more than 15% in any given week, you get an additional, or rather, when they pay $250 in any given week, you get an additional 15% put aside towards a savings bonus. And there's a wheel in your back office to show as you're climbing towards your 10,000. Last year at our convention, there were 10 people on stage. This year, including myself, there were 28 people celebrating their savings bonus. There I am having a little bit of fun. It actually gets deposited in US dollars into your account. So mine rang in close to $14,000. For me, I'm choosing to go to Africa with my bonus. Write in the chat, what would you do if as a Canadian, 14,000 appeared in your bank account on one Friday? How would you spend it? Put that in the chat. I'd love to see that. Another thing I want to mention, when you achieve ultimate, you're going to achieve gold status as well. So it's really, really important that you do what needs to be done. If you want to build a big, strong business, get there in your first 30 days. When Mary goes out and enjoys a base commission, in addition to the other commission she receives from our company, you're going to get paid a matching bonus on 15% of whatever her check is for base commissions. The same thing with Howard and the same thing with Cindy. When Mary introduces this to Helen, her neighbor, you're going to get 10% of Helen's base commissions separate from Helen's earnings. And Howard introduces it to Edward, and Cindy introduces it to Linda. As you can see, up to 7 generations, I have seen matching bonuses get paid in the amount, a weekly check in the amount of someone's mortgage. So it's really, really worthwhile to lock in your gold and build your business to fund your fun. We have so many great trips and a lot of camaraderie, a lot of fraternity. Tahiti was in April 2024. Another group went to the Bahamas in July. Then we had Punta Cana, that was last April. Another group went to Bali. We have so many great trips. And here, the next one coming up, April 29th, is beautiful Maui. So many of us on this call have already qualified for this trip. If you're targeting to qualify for Maui, please put in the chat, me Maui. I'm really excited about that trip. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce 2 very, very special people. They've become near and dear to my heart. Janice and Don Berg, they are from Abbotsford, British Columbia, just outside of Vancouver. The before and after picture on Janice is absolutely outstanding. We also see the before picture of the 2 of them together. And now we see an after picture. Again, the before and the after. They are parents of 14 children. Janice and Don, it's so great to have you on our call.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I think
You
we're
guys,
unmuted.
nice to see you again. We're getting to be pretty close friends.
Just like family.
What is your story? How did you get introduced to the drops?
So just a little backstory. As Ricia said, 14 children, 5 grandchildren, and I have always been fit and active. And about 8 years ago, my back decided it needed to have surgery. I'm still waiting for that, and that kind of spiraled things downward for me in terms of health. So from which I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia pain, and that was a huge thing for me. They were giving me hip injections that weren't working. I'm allergic to most medications, painkillers. So trying to manage the pain, there's still 8 children at home. Of those 8 children, they're special needs. And so I'm on my feet all day and stress level is high. So you put all of that together. I also had a stroke 3 summers ago, and somewhere in there, they told me when they were doing the test that somewhere in there I had had a heart attack. So my daily life became pain. I think my hair hurts. From my hair to my tips of my toes, everything hurt. And still having kids in school, I was trying to figure out every morning when I would wake up and I would be in so much pain, how I was going to get through to the day, because there's no time in my day for a break to lay down and rest. And it became so I had a hard time getting up and down the stairs. Sometimes I would try to crawl up. I couldn't even take the empty laundry basket upstairs. So my kids started having to do more and more. We love to go camping. We're very active. And I would have to stay at the campsite and they would go on a hike. And that was really working on me because I couldn't be the parent I needed to be, the grandmother I needed to be, and the wife. So I had been to lots of doctors with just talking with just fibromyalgia in itself. came down to the point I kept going back to the doctor, and I'm like, I can't deal with this pain. Like, give me something. They took me to the, finally got into a pain specialist. He's like, well, we'll wait and see what happens when your back surgery gets done. But as I said, 8 years I've been waiting for it. I saw a post and reached out to find out about the drops because my last visit to the doctor ended in tears. I didn't know what I was going to do because his solution was antidepressants. One, two.
Oh, you're frozen a bit there, Janice. We've got you frozen, Janice.
Yeah, I can't reach her either.
Okay, they've turned off their video. They might come back on in a minute. Okay,
There we
there you
go.
go, Janice.
Okay.
Keep
Sorry about that.
Okay, so my last visit to the doctor ended in tears because I
Oh, we're frozen again.
Yeah, maybe suggest that they, if you catch them again, to turn off the camera and keep it off.
Yeah, Janice, turn off your camera. Let's see if that helps, okay? Because you're freezing on us.
oh,
No, the camera's still on.
you're still here?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the doctor had told me I needed my last option, the only option was antidepressants. And that had me in tears, and I filled out the prescription for it, and still said to him, I don't feel right taking this. I don't know what I'm going to do. It was really working on my mental health, and I saw a post, and I reached out to happen to be a person that my husband had gone to school with, and reached out to her and asked her about it. And I too was like, I mean, we have 8 kids at home. How am I going to afford this? But what other option?
Turn off your camera, please, Janice. You're freezing.
But leave your mic on.
Janice, turn off your camera. Oh, that's really too bad because their testimony is just something else.
Yeah.
They've gone from horrible situation to dancing all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll be coming back in a moment. Yeah.
There, she's got the kit. No. She's got the
Okay.
sound off now. Yeah.
Okay, maybe did they leave the room? Okay,
Yeah.
Diane, thank you very much for supporting the call. Glad to see you. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's keep your
Okay.
camera off and see if that helps, okay?
So I started the drops in September 2024. And in the first couple of weeks, what I did start to notice was that I had more energy. I was starting to sleep better. And I had a little bit less pain. And as I progressed along, it actually wasn't until the one day I swiftly went up the stairs and when I got to the top, I was like, hey, wait a minute, I haven't been able to do that. And I hadn't started the food plan. I did start to cut out the sugar at that point. I didn't start the food plan just because the amount of kids we have and the special needs and making so. But in January of 2025, I decided that I was going to go full in with the food game changer for me. And then I added Advantage when it came out in March. that was a plateau buster for me. So some of the non-scale things, I got rid of the hot flashes, the bloating, sleeping better, got rid of the brain fog. I am absolutely 100% pain-free from fibromyalgia. When I talk about it, I don't even want to classify that I have it anymore. And I don't have really any back pain. So now I'm looking at, do I really want to have the surgery too? And I was 184 pounds and I am now 131. And
Wow.
uh, I lost 29 inches overall.
Congratulations. What a story. Wow. Thank you, Janice. Don, let's hear your story.
Well, my story was, well, first off, I'm gonna say thank you, Partner Co, for giving me my wife back
Yes.
because
Yes.
I'm an emotional guy. So, it was very difficult having to go to work every day, knowing I was leaving her with all of this to do. Um, my journey started probably, I think it was well, I had a fall at work. So I had a fall at work, took me out of work for 4 months. 4 months after about 2 months after I took the fall, I started on the drops as well. 2 months later, I'm back at work and doing the same job that I was before. I lift 25 kilo bags. I work in a feed manufacturing facility. So um, just I don't even know where to go with this. I'm really scatterbrained here.
Well, he was also suffering from hobbling around with his knee pain as well.
Yeah, my knees were bad. Same thing. I was having difficulty getting up and down the stairs as well. And now I am also pain free. My weight loss journey is I have lost 42 pounds.
Wow.
Um, and I was on a CPAP. I quit the CPAP without doctor's permission, but I just quit anyway, and I don't snore at night, so I know that was all weight related. Um, and it's just life is just different. Like the two of us, we went dancing. One night we spent 4.5 hours on the dance floor with the occasional bathroom break. And the next day we took the kids to the PNE and we walked the PNE all day and no joint pain. So it is absolutely amazing, these products and what they will do for you. It's I mean there's no downside. There's no downside to any of this.
You're
So
absolutely right, Don. And you've got the joy to have a date night and go dancing. Janice couldn't have done that before in the chronic pain
no.
she was in. You certainly couldn't have after falling off the ladder. And to enjoy the next day with the kids on hard pavement and just have that great family day. This is all about having your life back. And you're right. There's no downside to the Partner Co products because you feel them. Thank you so very much to both of you for being on our call tonight. It was such a pleasure to have you and hearing your story again. And so great to see you at our recent event on Vancouver Island. Just love you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Risha.
it was great to be there.
So, how will you know, audience, if the products will be working for you? Well, you've heard it from Don and Janice, you've heard it from me, you heard it from Wendy, you heard it from Cheryl. Things will happen and you will have a whole new lease on life. You'll have more energy, better sleep, improved mood, increase in libido, reduction in inflammation. You'll be into those skinny jeans and feel more mobility, be able to climb up waterfalls, better elimination, digestion, less brain fog. The list goes on. You're going to have this overall sense of well-being. Our products, I truly believe, are divine intervention because they've changed people's lives so, so greatly. So when you go to work tomorrow, when you go to that family barbecue on Sunday, just look around you. Everybody there is going to be suffering from these exact same symptoms. We're all in the same boat. Unless you're going to a kindergarten reunion, we're all suffering from the same thing. We need to reach out. We need to help people. We need to help people get healthy. We are in 7 multi-billion-dollar industries. We have sold over 1 million bottles of the Slenderies drops. We're available in over 50 global markets. We sold 172 million bottles of the Noni. We've won several awards from the industry, and we are number 2 in global momentum in the world. That means we're growing fast. So let me ask you this. Are you a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4? It's time to make a decision. A 1 is the person that says, yes, I want to give the drops a try. I'm prepared to buy retail. I'm from Winnipeg. Nobody wants to buy retail, but we love our retail customers. Put a 1 in the chat if you're that person. Put a 2 in the chat if you'd like to spend the $37.95, become a brand partner for life, and enjoy wholesale pricing. How about the number 3? Put a 3 in the chat if you want to get on this health and wealth train and ride. Come on, we've got some great training. We'll hold your hand. We'll get you there. What about you, the 4, that wants to get on this health and wealth train and ride it big all the way to destination prosperity? Do we have any 4s in the house with us tonight? You've heard my story. You've heard Dawn's. You heard Janice's. You heard Wendy's. You heard Cheryl's. When I interview you 1 year from now, what will be your story? Will you tell me that you're still overweight, that you're still in pain, that you still have mobility issues, and you're still struggling to keep up with the inflation? Or will your story be different? Will you be telling me about memories of Maui and the great trips that we had together, 5 digits in your savings account, and having lost the weight and feeling great and feeling 20, 30 years younger? An African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But if you want to go fast and far, go with Partner Co. We invite you to come and live the dream with us. It's an amazing company, amazing products, amazing opportunity. Enrolling is easy. There's packages you can choose from. The sponsor that got you on the phone can take you and show you the different packages available to you, or we can answer any questions for you after the Zoom. Our next call is going to be Thursday, October 2nd at 5 p.m. Pacific. At this point, I'm going to stop the recording.